Hello everyone, I am Suham and today I am going to show you how to test load balancer in our virtual machines. So for this, first we have to create two virtual machines. Now select my previous resource group, give VM1, location and area, availability zone, and actually we have a free tier account. So if we want to apply load balancer in our virtual machine, so we have to create our virtual machine in availability set. So I set availability set and now create availability set name. Uh, I give set. Okay, default domain 2 and update domain 5. I check the default. So now this is the ID and password. So I keep the username is Costa and this is my password. I apply SSH and HTTP port. Now disk and network. I have my default network which I created in my previous video. And public IP allow. Okay. Now go to management. I take SSH and now create. So now I created my first virtual machine. So it will take 2 to 3 minutes. So now I skip my video and create another virtual machine as same step. So now I am showing you this is my second virtual machine. Its name is VM2 and it is also a part of our availability set, and this is the set availability set which we previously created. So I select this one and add disk and check the network, and it is inside my friend VNet. So okay, now I click on the create, review and create. So now my virtual machine is starting to create. So now I connect my first virtual machine and install Apache web server on it. For this I need to copy the public IP of my virtual machine. I use MOBA xterm for SSH connection. You can use as CMD and PuTTY also. This is SSH @Costa @Costa is my username, and this is the private IP of my instance. Now I enter the password and hit enter. So now I am connecting to my virtual machine. Now first I am updating my virtual machine. Now this is done. Now I install Apache web server on it. So for this sudo apt install Apache 2-y for yes. So now my Apache web server is installing, and now while installing my Apache web server, so now I connect my second virtual machine. This is the private IP of my second virtual machine. I open another tab and now SSH. This is my username @ this is public IP of my virtual machine. Now I enter the password. So now my virtual machine is connected. Now first I update my virtual machine. So in this virtual machine, my Apache server installed. So now I go to default HTML page. This is cd where www.html slash enter ls. So this is my default HTML page. So now I uh, added this page and put my content on it. Permission denied. Okay. So first I need to remove. Now I create. Permission denied. So okay, no problem. I created through nano command. No problem. So this is my machine one. I save this and restart my Apache server. So for this sudo systemctl restart Apache 2. So now my Apache server is starting on this, and in this I have to install Apache server. Sudo apt install Apache 2. Yes. So now I am checking for my virtual machine is Apache working or not. So for this I copy public IP of my instance and hit enter. So this is machine one. My VM configuration is correct. So now I'm going to my second virtual machine and HTML default location, that is where www html. Now ls, remove this file, sudo rm for remove index.html. Now I remove. Now I create new file, that is nano index.html. Now I add my code. Machine 2. Now save. Now restart my Apache server. Sudo systemctl restart Apache 2. Now my Apache 2 is starting. Now I check my second virtual machine private IP. So now I click copy the private IP and now enter. So this is my machine 2. Now I am applying load balancer on my uh, both the instance. So for this, first I have to create load balancer. So I search load balancer load balancer. Okay, now click on this. Now click on create. Now select my default resource group, name LB. I I select Central India, and my this is my free account, so I click on the basic SQ. And please note down, I'm selecting basic SQ because in this basic SQ I cannot select my private IP instance. So for this I need to disable, yeah, or associate my private IP, so I can uh, configure my further process. So now I'm showing you how to do it. So this is the this is the load balancer. This is name is LV and region is Central India. ISQ is basic. Type public because we access from the internet, and region is default. Okay. So now it tells to add backend pool. So now I give the name, that is backend, and now I didn't have any public IP, that is common public IP, so I create one, that is public LB. I give the name, I choose the static one. So this is my public IP, front-end public IP. So now I click on the create. So now it will take 2 to 3 minutes. So now my resource is deployed. Now go to resource, and here I want to show something to you. And this is my front-end IP, okay, which I attached, and this is my backend pool. So I click on the add, and here I select pool, and this is my virtual network, and here I need to add my virtual machine, but you can see that here doesn't show it. Here my virtual machine are not showing. So for this, as I already said to you, I'm choosing the basic SQ. So for this I need to go to the virtual machine section. So I open other tab. So for this I need to disassociate a public IP of my instance so that I can add backend pool. So now I select VM1, go to the networking section. Now go to the network interface, that is VM 136.1.3.2.6. Now go to IP configuration, and now select this IP config 1, and now disassociate and click on the static. So now my virtual machine 1 is done. So now I need to do it the same with my virtual machine 2. So now click on, okay, now wait, and now go to second virtual machine and go to networking section, select network interface. Now select IP configuration, then select IP config 1, and now disassociate and assignment status static. Now save. So now you can see that I dissociate the public IP in the both the instance. So now I refresh this page. So now go to resource. This is my front-end IP and this is my backend pool. Now I'm click on the add. Now I give the name that is back and select my VNet. Now click on the add. Now you can see that here we have option to add our virtual machine. So now I add both of the virtual machines. Now click on the save. So now my backend pool is added. Now I go to the help probe. So it check my instance whether working or not. So HP, I give the name HP, and this is working on the port 80 TCP protocol. And interval every 5 seconds, it send a request to our instance to check our instance whether working or not. So now I add help probe. So now my help probe is added. So now go to the load balancing rule. Now add and load balancing rule LB rule IPv4 front-end IP as front-end IP. This is backend pool. I select back port 80 backend pool port 80 and help probe it's HP assistant none. I select none and everything as it is. Make everything as it is and now click on the add. Now wait for 2 or 3 minutes. Then I will show you our load balancer is working or not. So before load balancer, this is our public IP of both the instances. After load balancer, we can access both the uh, instances from one single IP address. So now wait for some time. So now our load balancer is deployed. You can see that this is a notification. And now copy the front-end IP of our load balancer and I copied. Now I close this and now paste my public IP. So now this is my machine 2 and now check is whether load balancing working or not. I click on the new browser and close the private and copy the same IP and check. Okay, so you can see that this is my machine 1 and this is my machine 2. So my load balancer is working perfectly fine. Thank you everyone for watching my video.